so much for watching this video. This is session 1 of a 6-week series about who Go Church is, and so this is about building community. You're going to learn a lot about who we are, and so thanks for taking time to do this.
And we call it DNA. A lot of places you hear core values. We're calling this our DNA, who we are as we follow Christ together. It's who Christ is changing us into being, and that's what our DNA is all about.
Yeah, so you're going to learn a lot about who Go Church is and what we're all about, but at the same time, we'd like you to get to know who we are. I'm Jake. This is Josh, and so tonight is about building community, get to know each other. You're going to get to know us a little bit. I've got some questions for Josh. He's got some for me. Get to know us a little bit more. It should be pretty good. So Josh, first question. If you had a superpower, anyone that you could think of, you had it, what would it be?
Yeah, honestly, this is a really easy one because I have thought about this a whole lot. If you know me, that's not too much of a surprise. Yeah. If I had a superpower, I would be able to draw things into existence. That means I'd be able to like take a piece of paper and draw a dinosaur, and all of a sudden it's like walking down the street. That would be a pretty cool superpower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how about you? Superpower?
Pretty easy. I just want to be able to fly. I don't need the wings. I just think it would be so awesome if I could see a spot and without all the difficulty of my legs, I could just fly to where I wanted to get. That'd be so cool.
Okay, cool. So is this like a Peter Pan type of fly or like a Superman type of fly?
If I have to endure the fairy dust, I'll do that, but I would rather have to not worry about the green tights.
Okay. Question number 2.
Okay.
What is one thing about you that most people do not know?
You probably don't know that I'm adopted. I don't know my birth parents, and I think at some point I'd like to. It's kind of one of those adventures that I'm on as a person, but I don't, and it's shaped me in some different ways, so I'm grateful. But it's also something you don't know.
No, just makes my answer a whole lot more shallow. When I was about 15 or 16 years old, I dove into a pool, hit the bottom, and as a result, my front tooth is actually fake.
What?
Yeah. It was gone. It just was. We never even found the rest of it. It's just, so I had to go to the dentist. I thought my life was over at that point because that's
sure.
14, 15. That's what you do. But yeah, I've got a fake front tooth. So now you look at me and remember that always.
Never gonna forget that. A bucket list, something that you want to do before you kick the bucket. We've all got a list. Josh, what's something that you want to accomplish before you kick the bucket?
Yeah, this is kind of tough because I really do have a lot of things on my bucket list, but one thing, just a fun one that I would like to do someday is I would like to go to New Zealand and go on a Lord of the Rings tour. I'm a big Tolkien fan. I love the movies.
That'd be cool.
and it would be cool just to walk in the path that all those characters walk
still there.
in, so.
Yeah, very cool. For me, you're kind of watching it happen. I would love to plant a church, and I get to be a part of that, so this is pretty special. So I'm enjoying.
So you're done after this?
Well, it's going to take a while, so it'll be checking it off for a long time, I think, which is good.
So the second thing that you're going to do tonight is you're going to get to talk a little bit about our mission and vision as a Go Church.
Yeah.
And mission, just so you know, mission means what we do. It's what God has tasked us with doing. Mm-hmm. Vision is why we do what we do. It's the driving force behind that. So Jake, introduce us. What is our mission at Go Church Spring Hill?
As we prayed and thought about what should a church mission be all about, it was really difficult to get anywhere outside of what Jesus already told us our mission was. And that we believe the Great Commission is pretty clear on that. You'll see that all throughout Scripture, but go make disciples. That's pretty easy in the sense of clarity. And now how we do it is something you're going to learn a lot more about, but that's what we're all about. And so go is something that we're, by our very definition, we're Go Church. So being outside of ourselves and moving forward, that's a big part of it. And then make too, that's another part of how this works out. What was the deal that you wanted to talk about that?
Well, mission is ultimately driven by a vision.
Yeah.
And we came across Revelation 21:5, which talks about how God is at work in making all things new. That's his vision for the world. And we thought, wow, what if that's our vision too? What if we're joining God in that work, right? You know, that's when we go and we make disciples, we're joining him in the redemption of the world. We're joining him in changing all things and making it new. And so we get to join God in making people new and making Spring Hill and Hernando County new. We get to join him in his efforts, and that's why we do what we do. So that's our mission and vision. You're going to get a chance to talk about those.
Yeah, enjoy.